It is, according to the clock on the wall, it is 6 p.m., and that's the time we're supposed to start. Welcome to tonight's 15th Annual Franklin Tomorrow Exemplary Community Volunteer Awards. I'm Mindy Tate, Executive Director of Franklin Tomorrow. Joining me is our MC for the evening, Tom Lawrence, the voice of Williamson County, and Patrick Baggett, who is the board president for Franklin Tomorrow. And Patrick's going to act in the role of Vanna White, but he also has some awards to present later on as well. So we really appreciate you being here. Last year, this program was virtual. And Tom, there wasn't a big crowd here last year, was there?
This place was a tomb a year ago tonight.
Yeah, it was a tomb a year ago, basically. And we are so happy to say that even though we were alone, hundreds and hundreds of people heard the stories of volunteerism in our community from within their own isolation. And perhaps tonight, we will hear stories of some people who were moved to action through inspiration. So 2021 has been a year filled with uncertainty and great change in Franklin and Williamson County, but also across the world. Despite that, those who will be honored tonight have gone above and beyond during this challenging time. And being nominated is a great honor in this ceremony, and we so appreciate the nonprofits who participated. There are a number of great nonprofits in our community. Some of you come to this location and attend our quarterly breakfast with the mayors. It looks a little different tonight, I hope. We don't usually have candlelight and sparkles and confetti, but we're going to have a good time tonight. This is a fun night of celebration of all of you who are the great volunteers of our community. None of what Franklin Tomorrow does would be possible without our great sponsors, and we appreciate them, but we want to honor those tonight who are sponsors for the Volunteer Awards. Tom, I'll let you do some of that.
Franklin Tomorrow's exemplary community volunteers are made possible through a host of partners, including First Bank and catering and events by Suzette, as well as Williamson Memorial Funeral Home. Tonight would not have been possible without Berger, Mosley, and Carson, PLC, Gamble Design Collaborative, Tennessee Equine Hospital, Senate Majority Leader Jack Johnson, Franklin Breakfast Rotary, Franklin Noon Rotary. Additional support comes from a group of Williamson County elected officials, including Property Assessor Brad Coleman, Register of Deeds Sherry Anderson, Circuit Court Clerk Debbie Barrett, Trustee Karen Paris, District Attorney General Kim Helper, Juvenile Court Clerk Brenda Hayden, Juvenile Court Judge Sharon Guffey, and former County Clerk Elaine Anderson. We also want to thank the TMA Group, Ernie and Nell Bacon, Representative Sam Whitson, Sheriff Dusty Rhodes, Interim County Clerk Jeff Whidbey, and Ryan Partners.
And on the screen, and omitted from the script I gave you, is Representative Glenn Casta. And please give them a round of applause. Many of them are here tonight. We would not be able to present this event without the support of those sponsors and partners. Volunteers are the backbone of what makes Williamson County. And so we're looking forward to honoring you all tonight. Now, Tom, it's 6:04 now. You got to have a prediction about how long we're going to be talking here tonight?
We will be out of here before 8 p.m. That's a promise.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a promise.
How does 7:45 sound?
7:45 sounds
7:45,
really
okay.
good. 7:45 sounds really good, doesn't it? So go right ahead.
As we begin our program tonight, we offer this quotation from Albert Einstein: "Only a life lived for others is worth living." Over the next hour and a half, you're going to meet some people living to help others, and we hope they inspire you to do more for others and this community. We have a short video from Franklin Mayor Dr. Ken Moore, who could not be with us tonight.
I've always been proud to be a Tennessean, known across the world as the volunteer state. Volunteers are such an important component of a wonderful city like Franklin. Tonight, I'm so proud of all the people nominated for the Franklin Tomorrow Volunteer Awards, but also of the small acts of kindness that exist in our community every day which go without recognition. I also appreciate the dedication of those who dedicate their life to public service, such as our police, fire, and emergency service personnel. Life would not be the same or as wonderful as it is in Franklin without the dedication of our citizens who give their time freely, and also our public servants. So thank you again for your dedication, and while I can't be with you, I honor you tonight. Congratulations to the nominees and also to the winners.
Thank you, Mayor Moore. I do want to point out there's a little bit of food left back there. If you want to go back and get something and bring it to your seat, that's fine as well. But Tom, now it's time to get to what we got to, right?
Now it is time to get to what we are all here for, the announcement of the recipients of this year's Volunteer Awards. Following tonight's program, a donation will be made by Franklin Tomorrow in the name of each recipient to the nonprofit of their choice. Again, thank you to our sponsors and partners who make this possible. We'd love to read the nominations of all the nominees tonight, but time does not permit us to do so. But you can find their stories on Franklin Tomorrow's website, franklintomorrow.org. While all nominees will be announced in the category in which they were nominated during judging, some nominations were moved into other categories or special awards created which more appropriately reflected the nominee's dedication. So be sure and stay with us all the way to the end.
There are surprises, okay? I promise there are surprises.
The first award of the night will be the Corporate Volunteerism Award, which is given to a company or organization that sees the value of giving back to their community through successful volunteer programs with high levels of participation and impact. In the category of corporate volunteerism, the nominees are HCA Healthcare, nominated by Saddle Up; Mars Pet Care, nominated by Williamson County Animal Center; and Tractor Supply Company, nominated by Saddle Up.
And we have two recipients in the corporate volunteerism category. First, HCA Healthcare, nominated by Saddle Up. Is there a representative from HCA Healthcare or Saddle Up who will come accept this award, please? Come on up. You can do it. These lights are bright, but it'll be fine. So we would like to ask each nominee, and if you were their nominator, if you'd like to come up and join them on stage. Come on up. It's okay. Those steps are a little tricky, Sally. Come here in the middle of us. That'd be great. 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 Thank you so much. Congratulations. Help her down those stairs. And our second congratulations to HCA Healthcare for this recognition. In the nomination, Saddle Up wrote it would be hard to imagine or estimate the thousands of hours volunteer support HCA volunteers have provided over many years of service, but they could not function without HCA's support. Our second recipient is the corporate volunteerism category is Mars Pet Care, nominated by Williams County Animal Center. You may not know this, but Mars Pet Care provides all the food for cats and dogs in the care of Williams County Animal Center, but they also volunteer to help with projects large and small at the shelter. Associates will spend volunteer time washing dogs, pulling weeds, mulching flower beds, painting, and just about every other imaginable task around the shelter. And if you ask Animal Center Director Andrea Johnson, she'll tell you she couldn't do it without them either. And joining us is Kristen Marquez from Mars. Turn around and we'll get our photo made here. Great. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you for all you do. So, Tom, that's our first award category down. Let's go.
The next award is for Youth Initiative. Individuals eligible for this award are young leaders in the community that, are involved either in a variety of community activities or primarily in one organization as a significant volunteer. In the category of Youth Initiative, the nominees are Chandler Bell, nominated by Threads of Care, Oasis House, and other nonprofits; John Thomas Adama, nominated by Best Buddies; Renaz Jamal, nominated by 4-H STEM; and Sarah Lowe, nominated by Saddle Up.
Again, we have 2 recipients of the Youth Initiative Awards. The first recipient is Chandler Bell, nominated for her work with Threads of Care, Oasis House, and other nonprofits. Congratulations, Chandler, who's a senior at Franklin High School. She's volunteered over 75 hours helping Threads of Care to collect over 14,500 items, raise over $7,200, and promote over 70 social media posts. Additionally, she set up a food pantry at her church, Strong Tower Bible Church, and organized that during the pandemic. So we appreciate Chandler so much. Thank you, Chandler. Our second recipient in the Youth Initiative Awards is Renaz Jamal, a freshman at Franklin High School. Her nominator estimated Renaz has spent more than 300 hours in the last year promoting Williamson County 4-H and STEM, which stands for, I think, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. Her volunteer efforts and leadership have profoundly impacted Williamson County 4-Hers, Girl Scouts, public school students, and library patrons. We just love seeing the youth of Williamson County getting involved, so thank you, Renaz. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay.
The next category is Emerging Leader. This award recognizes a young professional between 20 and 40 years of age whose professional or volunteer efforts are having a positive impact on his or her community. In the category of Emerging Leader, the nominees are Allie Porter Noah, nominated by A Vintage Affair; Ashley Roberts, nominated by Youth Leadership Franklin; Becca Levy, nominated by Freedom Reigns Ranch; Laura Purcell, nominated by Murray County and Williamson County Animal Centers; and Maury Reisenberg, nominated by A Vintage Affair, Franklin Tomorrow, and other nonprofits.
The recipient of this year's Emerging Leader Award is Ashley Roberts, nominated for her dedication to Youth Leadership Franklin and a history of volunteerism in our community. Ashley was a member of the second class of Youth Leadership Franklin and is now at the helm of the volunteer board of the organization, which she has served for 3 years, and on the Youth Leadership Franklin board for almost a decade. Her bio is lengthy. As I said, all these are on our website, but I will let you know that Ashley serves on the following boards or organizations. She's a member of the Franklin Transit Authority, commissioner on the city's Public Arts Commission, board member for Friends of Franklin Parks, and is an ambassador for Visit Franklin. We could go on and talk about the things that she's done, but congratulations, Ashley. Congratulations, babe. Our next award is the Neighbor to Neighbor Award, which was, with the isolation of the past couple years, was often the only way some could use their innate desire to help others, whether that meant sharing a meal you'd prepared with a neighbor or doing something as simple as helping them mow their grass, bag their leaves, do something helping others. This award will be given to an individuals, or an organization that has shown extreme generosity to its neighbors in Williamson County and has exceeded expectations in terms of giving back to the community. The nominees in this category are Kara Finger for My Bag, My Story, Dr. Yag Nepal, Mike Simmons for Mustaches for Kids, and Miriam for, I said it earlier.
Farias.
We're going to go with Miriam Farias. And Miriam, you can correct me later if I said that wrong, nominated for Path United. So thank you to those nominees.
There will be 2 recipients in this category. The first recipient is Kara Finger, My Bag, My Story. Kara started this nonprofit organization and called it My Bag, My Story, and to date they have provided nearly 900 bags for children in foster care. Her goal is to go national, providing bags so that no child ever has to carry a trash bag and that kids carrying trash bags become a thing of the past. She works 40 to 60 hours a week and has no plans on stopping. Congratulations to Kara.
And when we say trash bags, she's talking about helping children in foster care who sometimes all they can do is leave with their stuff in a trash bag or a paper bag if they have anything to take away. So she's trying to really bring dignity to that situation, and we really, really wanted to honor that tonight. Go ahead, Tom, sorry. Oh, it's me. Oh,
Yep.
darn. The second recipient in the Neighbor to Neighbor category is Miriam Farias. I think that's closer. For her dedication to Path United, a nonprofit after-school program that meets in Franklin Estates, a mobile home community in downtown Franklin. As a participant of Path United as well, she understands the value of the program and can uniquely understand the students that are served. Miriam volunteers with students in kindergarten through 3rd grade, helping with homework, encouraging the students, and invest in them and reads with them. As you can see, Miriam is a little younger than some of the other people that have been up here already. She's an 8th grade student at Poplar Grove Middle School, and she's a member of the Beta Club, After School Choir, and Best Buddies, and she maintains excellent grades and school involvement while volunteering 2 to 3 afternoons per week with Path United. Congratulations, Miriam. Let's get our picture taken. Hang on. Thank you so much. It's amazing what kids and what all of us can do if we just set our mind to it. Right? Right?
You're still going.
I know I'm still going.
We're running 10 minutes in front, so
Okay,
come
I'll
on,
keep going.
come on, let's go, Mindy.
The next award is the Volunteer Spirit Award. There were so many great nominees in this category, and all the nominees are deserving of an award. Individuals eligible for these awards are involved in either in a variety of community activities or primarily in one organization as a significant volunteer. And we usually give 3 awards in this category, and here's one of those surprises. We're going to give 4 tonight. So in the category of Volunteer Spirit, the nominees are Amy Alexander for Find Hope Franklin, Bernice Carnett, Williamson County Animal Center, Brenda Arnold, Backlight Productions, Brent Melker with Graceworks Ministries. I'm wearing an outfit from Graceworks Thrift Store tonight, by the way, my necklace, my sweater. Woo! Dina Sue from Charlie's Angels Saving Animals, Emily Jenkins, Williamson County CASA, Court-Appointed Special Advocates, Geralda Aubrey, Music City Pet Partners, Jennifer Hartzell Stockdale, Williamson County 4-H STEM, Jim Roberts, City of Franklin Historic Zoning Committee, Katrina Brown, Williamson County Animal Center, Lee Barnes, Saddle Up, Mark and Connie Bond, One Gen Away, Patrick Shares, Rotary Club of Downtown Franklin, Teresa Berry, Saddle Up, and Tommy Sanders, Community Housing Partnership of Williamson County, and finally, Wayne Howell of Franktown Open Hearts. That was a lot. And I really do encourage you to go to our website, franklintomorrow.org, and look for the nominations for these volunteers. It's so inspiring to read what people are doing in our community. But the 4 recipients of the Volunteer Spirit Award are, starting with Brenda Arnold, Backlight Productions. Since her arrival in 2019 at Backlight Productions, Brenda has made and continues to make a tremendous difference in the lives of students and staff members. Backlight Productions provides adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities the opportunity to play starring roles in integrated theatrical performances and learn about the arts for them to grow in confidence on and off stage. Congratulations, Brenda. Our second recipient is Katrina Brown with Williamson County Animal Center. Katrina would say, if you say cat lady like it's a bad thing, Katrina does not want to meet you tonight, okay? Katrina Brown is a cat volunteer for Williamson County Animal Center, and through the end of September, and some of last year, Katrina has volunteered 1,138 hours in 2020 through 2021. She helps adopters find the perfect feline match, train other volunteers, supervises other volunteers, and even does laundry, taking out the trash, or doing dishes. According to Andrea, who nominated her, nobody gives more hours to the shelter than Katrina, and no one has a bigger impact on the outcome of adoption. So congratulations, Katrina. And finally, in this category, Tommy Sanders, Community Housing Partnership. Community Housing Partnership of Williamson County is creating a second group home for women in Franklin, for women who are transitioning out of the prison system and re-entering the community in partnership with Oak Cottage for Women. During this process, Tommy, who is a licensed contractor, has acted as an unofficial project manager, leading a team of highly qualified volunteers since the end of June, who've quite literally worked part-time Monday through Friday on the facility, donating over 250 hours during that time. So congratulations, Tommy, and thank you so much. Congratulations, guys. Thanks so much. And now I'm going to, oh, did I forget one? I did forget one. How did I do that? I skipped over one. That's bad. Thanks, Patrick. That's why he's the board president, right? So the fourth award is Jennifer Hartzell Stockdale, Williamson County 4-H STEM. Jennifer constantly goes above and beyond to provide opportunities for students in a variety of programs to ensure their success, but tonight she's being honored for her work with Williamson County 4-H STEM. She has a full-time demanding career, is raising 2 children, yet she spends 30-plus hours a week volunteering with many different community groups, not just 4-H and STEM, to provide opportunities for local students, volunteering over 1,500 hours annually. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Okay, now I messed up, but now I'm back on track. And now Patrick and I are going to swap roles, and I'm going to become Vanna White, and he's going to present some President's Awards. So here you go. There you go.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming out, and thank you again to all the nominees. This is it truly is being nominated and recognized by somebody in the community to put your name forward. It is an absolute honor, and when we're talking about these awards, it's truly just very difficult for that committee to come up with these awards, but because this is such an encouraging and meaningful experience for us to hear all of the wonderful things that is happening in the community that you all are doing through volunteering. As Mindy mentioned, I'm the president of the board of directors for Franklin Tomorrow, and it's great to be back in person this year, isn't it? Yeah, and it's so fun to see and experience and hear and tell stories and to hear stories about the good being done in our community. So Franklin Tomorrow, as you know, is a community visioning organization. We focus on engaging our community, and we think that we have a positive impact on this wonderful city, and we are in year 21 of our existence in this community. And next year, we'll be 22 and 22, so we'll be looking for a big event to celebrate that. We were going to do 20 and 20, but 20 didn't work out for big events, so we're 22 and 22. So the first award I'd like to present is a President's Award, and this came to my attention through the Volunteer Spirit category, but it highlights a newcomer. As many of you all know, there are lots of newcomers in our town, And I wanted to recognize someone, a newcomer, who came in and immediately made an impact in our community volunteering. Being honored tonight with this Newcomer Impact Award is Mr. Mike Simmons for his support of High Hopes Development Center through the founding of a local Mustaches for Kids organization. Mike moved his family to Williamson County 3 years ago, and after settling in, he looked to join a nonprofit organization that he had been involved with. He looked to join a nonprofit organization he had been involved in Virginia, Mustaches for Kids. As stated on their website, Mustaches for Kids is what happens when absurdity meets philanthropy. Growers shave clean, and for 30 days they grow mustaches. Just mustaches, no goatees, beards, or mutton chops. But while doing so, they solicit friends and family for donations for a local children's charity, and they chose a wonderful one with High Hopes for this Mustaches for Kids. There's no local chapter, so we started it from scratch and raised over $23,000 during the month of September for High Hopes. And that was with 16 active growers. So that's, love that. Mindy, I would not look great in a mustache, and maybe I'll get in on it next year. We'll see. I'll talk to Amy. All right, but congratulations and thank you. No.
Thanks, guys. Careful going off there.
So for all newcomers watching, Franklin is a place where we in the nonprofit community accept, and that is how you get involved in this community. And it is one way to get plugged into one of the most generous communities, I think, around. All right. Well, if you give an award for newcomer impact, you probably should give an award for lifetime impact. And that's the next award. And tonight, I want to present that lifetime impact award to friend Jim Roberts. Jim. That's right.
Woo! Don't be mad.
All right, now I got to talk about you, Jim. All right, Jim. Jim has donated countless hours, and you really couldn't begin to calculate. And we tried, but we quickly found that you cannot begin to calculate the number of hours that Jim has contributed to various civic and historic preservation-minded organizations. He's a 40-plus year resident of Franklin. He's been involved in a variety of things. Franklin Tomorrow is where I first met Jim, and he gave selflessly in many, many roles. And he also serves with the American Association of Legal Administrators. He's a graduate of the 2002 class of Leadership Franklin. He serves on the executive board of the Directors of Battle of Franklin Trust, and he's been active in WAVES, the Monroe Harding Finance and Endowment Committee, Franklin's Downtown Neighborhood Association, and the First Presbyterian Church. Well, I can't confirm all those hours. As I said, they are in the hundreds and probably in the thousands. And your service on the Historic Zoning Commission will be felt for many years to come. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. She nominated you for Volunteer Spirit.
The final President's Award is a Community Impact Award that I'm very proud to be able to honor. And that is to honor the four founders of the Fuller Story effort. Those four gentlemen are Eric Jacobson, Kevin Riggs, Hewitt Sawyers, and Chris Williamson. As we discussed, there really is no category for this type of volunteerism and really activism. But we decided to add this special award for the local pastors Chris Kevin Riggs, Hewitt Sawyers, and Eric Jacobson. They worked tirelessly for years with City Administrator Eric Stuckey, who's also here. Hello, gentlemen. And Mayor Ken Moore to present the idea of the Fuller Story initiative to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. Their idea included putting educational markers near the monument and around the square depicting the African-American experience before and after the Battle of Franklin, and erecting a bronze statue of a U.S. colored troop, USCT, soldier. This partnership between local government and community leaders to tell the Fuller story made national news and set an example of the way different communities can deal with their past, but also tell the whole story of their history. Our local government and community partners, people of all races and backgrounds, came together to change how Franklin's story is told to visitors and future generations. For their actions and their commitment and the countless hours and difficult hours that you all gave, volunteering, to put it lightly, we commend you with this Community Volunteer Award. Congratulations.
I do not know where your award is. I do not know where your award is. I did not unpack these, but enjoy this. Okay, so somehow I didn't unpack the awards, but I'm missing one in case anybody wants to help me see if it's in a box somewhere. But gentlemen, you all can go off the same way you came just to make it easier for you. Thank you so much. We really could not think of a greater group when Patrick and I began discussing impact awards. If you think about the impact of the work of these four gentlemen, plus Eric Stuckey and Mayor Ken Moore on telling the fuller story in our community, it's a great, great impact. So, Tom, I'm going to hush and turn it over to you and take a minute to reflect.
For the last 4 years, Franklin Tomorrow has been including an in memoriam section in the Volunteer Awards program with hopes of recognizing individuals who forged paths others have followed as an example to their own form of servanthood. The last 2 years have definitely presented a challenge for this section. We lost so many great community leaders and citizens in the last year, from November 2020 until November 1, 2021. The more than 100 people that we are honoring during this segment exemplified the varied acts of service and kindness that make Williamson County such a great place to call home. There are many more who could have been included, but we offer these as a sampling. William Shakespeare wrote, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." During their lives, we think these people and others not mentioned tonight made our community a better place. In conjunction with Williamson Memorial and other donors, a book will be given in the name of each of these individuals to the Williamson County Public Library. We feel this will continue their impact on our community as these books circulate across Williamson County. Let's remember them now.
Watch it.
If you feel like applauding, it's appropriate.
This is a very difficult thing to put together, and we couldn't do it without the support of Williamson Memorial Funeral Home. Pam Stevens and Jeff Friedman are here tonight. As I said, there's 105, I think, people there. Very hard to make those decisions. When we started this a few years ago, we might have 20 or 25 people listed. So 105, and we're so proud to be able to give a book to the Williamson County Public Library in the name of each of those individuals, honoring their lifespan. Now, I messed up, Tom. I was rushing Patrick, and he wasn't able to give one of his President's Awards, so he has to go back. So I'm sorry, I messed up.
The last President's Award goes to our board service. The Board Impact Award goes to Newcomer and Servant to Franklin Tomorrow, Peggy Kidd, who has served as chair of our outreach committee, but has also been involved in so much more and always asks what else she can do. Peggy, come on up. Woo. Thank you for your service. And the second Board Impact Award is going to be presented to Russ Haynes, who has served as our treasurer for several years. And I don't believe he could be with us tonight.
No, can't be. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. Okay, Tom, we're back on schedule, okay? I'm sorry. Don't hold it
No, we're
against
not on
me.
schedule.
Are we ahead of schedule?
Here on my script, it says we are at 7:23 p.m. It is 6:46 p.m. So many thanks to everybody who's making this work tonight. The next award is the Civic Group Award. This award seeks to honor civic membership, congregational, or non-corporate groups that volunteer together for a cause. Nominees in this category are the Board of a Vintage Affair, Derek Solomon and the Hard Bargain Association, the High Hopes Supper Club and High Hopes for Kids, and P-Flag of Franklin Pride TN. The recipient of the award is the Board of a Vintage Affair, celebrating its 21st year in Williamson County, specifically focused on women and children of Williamson County and raising awareness and money for those in desperate need of assistance. A Vintage Affair was established 20 years ago by Ralph Drury. AVA is led by a 28-member board known to have a passion for reaching those underserved women and children. Over the past 20 years, A Vintage Affair has raised over $2 million for local organizations. Each year, the board selects organizations by application to receive financial support from fundraising events throughout the year. A Vintage Affairs beneficiaries for 2021 include My Friend's House, Franktown Open Hearts, Community Child Care Center, High Hopes Development Center, Bridges Domestic Violence Center, and Williamson Medical Center. Congratulations to the board of A Vintage Affair.
Okay, I find it hard to believe, but we're down to the last two awards, Tom.
Yes.
Y'all want us to tell some jokes or do anything? Keep you here a little while? You want us to go back and read some of the 30 bios that we didn't read? We'd be happy to do that as well. But we're down to the last two awards for the evening, and thanks for sticking with us. We're so excited to be able to announce these next two award recipients. Tom?
The next award of the evening is the Ann T. Rutherford Exemplary Community Volunteer Award. The Ann T. Rutherford Exemplary Community Volunteer Award recognizes the collective effort of an individual's work and the impact on the agencies themselves and the community at large. It's named in honor of Mrs. Ann T. Rutherford. One award is given annually.
And unfortunately, Miss Ann did not feel she could be with us tonight. We did invite her, and she does love to come to this event, but she couldn't be with us tonight. But the recipient of this year's Ann T. Rutherford Award is Wayne Howell for his work and dedication for more than 20 years to Franktown Open Hearts. So Wayne is one of the primary founders of Franktown Open Hearts. He has served on Franktown's Board of Directors for 12 years and is known as the CCM, which is the Chief Cheerleader and Motivator, and has been the heart and soul of this ministry for many years. Wayne started working this year with former Franktown graduates, mentoring them and recruiting them to come back to Franktown and give back to the community, training them to work with the teens where they grew up. Wayne has volunteered thousands of hours over the year, and this year he's given over 200 plus hours. And just so you know, Franktown Open Hearts is a nonprofit ministry in Franklin that spiritually, emotionally, and physically enhances the lives of at-risk youth. Through hands-on programming, it teaches life skills to inspire confident, empowered young adults to lead fulfilled lives. In the nomination, it was written that Wayne is making a historic difference in the community, and we think you are, and that's why you're getting this award. Congratulations. You can say something.
Congratulations.
Wayne, would you like to say something? You get a chance to speak.
Tell them what you told me.
I asked him, would Dillard be proud?
Oh,
So y'all don't
his
know
daddy.
Dillard.
His daddy.
That's my daddy.
Dillard.
My
would be-
daddy was a police officer in town. My daddy had a third grade education. And by the time he got through, they figured that man had a college master's. Because you know why? He knew his clients. He knew his product. And that was the people of Franklin. He was a Church of Christ preacher that was hell, fire, and brimstone. But he said he did the greatest work he ever did as a police officer, helping people out. He said, I was more like Jesus than anything. And that's what he taught me to be. So, to God the glory.
Great things are being done in our community. Great things are being done in our community. So our last award of the night is the Charles M. Sargent Legacy Award. This award recognizes an individual who's made significant impact in the areas of business, quality of life, and leadership. Who got that award last year, Tom?
Yes, you did the impossible by surprising me.
Yes, Tom was our recipient last year. This award means a lot to those of us who knew Charles Sargent. And I'm going to try to get through this. This award was originally titled the Business Legacy Award. And it was named after the late 61st District State Representative Charles Sargent after his death in 2018 to honor his life of service to Franklin. He received that award in 2018. So when Charles received the award in 2018 and was unable to attend, he asked you to read a statement for him. And can you read those words?
I want to thank you for all you have done for me in the last 22 years. I'll count us as very good personal friends, and we've had a great working relationship, even though we haven't always agreed.
Even though we haven't always agreed, we can be friends. Isn't that interesting? But that was the thing about Charles Sargent. You didn't have to always agree with him to be his friend. And that's the thing about tonight's recipient, Representative Sam Whitson. Whether on the floor of the State House of Representatives or walking through downtown Franklin, Sam is best known as just that, Sam. Prior to his political, enjoy that. Sam is best known as just that, Sam. Prior to his political career, Sam spent 26 years in the U.S. Army, retiring in 2002 at the rank of colonel. Yes, sir. Sam is a retired Army colonel and graduate of the U.S. Army Command and General Staff College and U.S. Army War College. He's a Gulf War veteran, and he served as he says, regular Army officer. He currently represents the 65th House District of Williamson County in the Tennessee General Assembly. Sam is an outspoken advocate for the preservation and education of local history and always seems to live up to the high standards of integrity and duty he learned during his military service, sometimes standing as the lone vote in a contentious debate because it is the right thing to do. He was elected in 2016, and he's known as much for his community work as for his legislative work. He served as chairman for Franklin's Battlefield Preservation Commission, the Cannons on the Square Committee, and the Carter House. He's been foreman of the Williamson County Grand Jury, secretary and board member for Franklin's Charge, and a board member for Tennessee Historical Society and Tennessee History for Kids. I want to tell you a little bit about what he's done in the legislature for our community, though. He served as a chairman of the House Infrastructure Committee and as a member of the House Transportation Committee, Health Committee, and Finance, Ways and Means Committee and subcommittees. He co-sponsored the legislation that prioritized the Mac-Hatcher Extension Project. Okay, everybody applaud. And other projects in Williamson County's 3-year transportation plan, in addition to a past resolution to begin installing safety structures along the Natchez Trace Bridge to eliminate the suicide hazard. He also was one of the primary sponsors of a bill to assist families with children who have certain complex disabilities but are not eligible for Medicaid due to their family's income or assets, which became known as the Katie Becker waiver. The program received federal approval in November. We can't say enough and thank Sam, but tonight's recipient of the Charles M. Sargent Award is Representative Sam Whitson. Come here.
Congratulations.
We'll be right back. So, Sam, do you have anything? You get to speak. You're one of the few who get to speak tonight.
Did
So.
you say we're 30 minutes ahead of schedule?
Yeah, 30 minutes ahead. Tom.
Charles Sargent taught me, he said, be brief, be bright, be gone. And listen, this is quite an honor and a surprise, and it's a tough act to follow. Listen, the past couple of years have been really tough, and we know what Charles did for our community. And I tell you, the past 2 years up there, I really miss Charles' advice and support as we deal with these difficult issues in our community and state. And everybody in here means so much to me, and I just want to thank Pam for putting up with the time we spend, but most of all, Charles's legacy is absolutely incredible. And I'd just like to say on the 13th of December, we plan to name the bridge at the Mac-Hatcher after Charles Sargent as a small token of what he did for our community, and his legacy will go on for years and years. Thank you very much for this honor.
Patrick, we did it. Tom, we did it. It's under an hour.
It's 6:58 p.m. Let's not curse it.
I'm not cursing it.
Let's just bless it and go home.
We're going to bless it and go home. That concludes our awards for the evening. We want to thank these amazing volunteers for all they do, and we want to thank all of you for being here tonight to honor them with your support. As the nominees leave, and that means all the nominees as you leave, we have a little thank you bag for you. You may have seen them out there. We'd love for you to pick that up as a token of our appreciation for what you do for our community. Another quick thanks to our sponsors, and just a reminder that you can read the nominations from tonight's award on our website. And tomorrow, this program will be posted on our website and on social media. We hope you'll share it with your friends and let people know that you came tonight and what great things are going on in our community. And we just really appreciate, we hope you'll follow Franklin tomorrow on social media or attend one of our events, whether it's our upcoming Frank Talks December 13th or our next Breakfast with the Mayors, which will be right here on January 25th. So thank you, Tom Lawrence, for being a great co-host. Thank you, Patrick Baggett, and thank you for being here tonight.